Appointed lawyers in Smith County could soon get a pay raise. It's a top priority for the county judge when it comes to the next budget. A decision forced by competition from other East Texas counties where the pay has already gone up.
At least two that I know of have gone to other counties where the pay is higher.
Kurt Knoll has practiced law for over 40 years, with more than half of that time spent as an indigent defense attorney in Smith County. Lawyers appointed by the court to represent people who can't afford representation.
You have to have the experience of being in trial, not just reading papers. And the contract lawyers, all of them in this county, do. They know how to try a case.
In Smith County, attorneys like Knoll are currently paid $95,000 a year to handle up to 200 cases per their contract. That's compared to higher salaries of about $120,000 in neighboring counties, like Henderson County.
We're trying to address this now. It's something that probably should have been addressed gradually all the way through, but it's something that I've known we have a problem. If things back up in the courts, things back up in the jail, it's not a good situation.
On Tuesday, we got our first look at the county judge's three top priorities for the next budget, including a pay bump for contract attorneys, raising their salaries from $95,000 to $125,000. along with giving 3 courts an extra contract attorney, making for a total increase of just under $697,000.
The public may think that's too much money, except they don't know that approximately $68 a day is what this county pays for somebody to be in a Smith County jail. The faster you can move the cases, whether they're trials or whether they're pleas, you will actually save money.
Now, alternatives to contract attorneys include a public defender system, but past studies have shown that would cost the county millions of dollars when you consider ongoing costs like insurance and retirement. For now, Smith County budget talks are still in the early stages. The deadline to file the budget is in late August, along with a public hearing. The Commissioners Court will not vote on the proposed budget and the tax rate until the 3rd of September.